Hi everyone, I'm going to do another soap today, another gradient soap, and this time I'm using an olive green clay and 3 different essential oils, and the blend this time is lavender oil and geranium, the bourbon geranium, and vetiver. Just a little smidge of vetiver, so it smells really sort of earthy and nice, and the colour should go quite well with what I'm doing. So I'm just going to tip my oils into my lye because I'm using this big pot to mix it. So I've just melted down my palm oil and my coconut oil, and then in the other container I've got some rapeseed to pour in. So I think I'm soaping at around 50 degrees C, something like that. It's quite hot actually for what I normally would, but should be okay. I'll work fast enough because it's a clay, it's going to thicken up pretty fast, so should combat that by using essential oils, so we'll see. I'm not feeling too good today. I went out yesterday with Matt and a friend of ours to go skateboarding, and we had a drink when we got back, and when they had a game of pool in a local pub down the road, and we reckon the beer must have been off. I only had 2 pints and oh, I felt so poorly, so won't be going there again. Okay, so this is my clay, and I'm just going to whiz up this just to get it to a thin consistency, like a thin trace. That'll do, I think. I'm just going to add my essential oil blend, which is here. So again, lavender, geranium, vetiver. Quite dark, because the vetiver's a dark colour. It smells so good. I haven't used vetiver for ages, and it's one of my favourite oils. So good. It's the grass roots is what it comes from. Like an Indian grass root, and I think this is the one they refer to in India as the oil of tranquility. It's got a real soothing and relaxing sort of scent. So I'm going to pour in some of this, about that much. Put in my clay, get my little spoon. So it should start off pretty dark and then lighten and lighten and lighten. So all natural soap, this one, which is nice. Just give it a quick stick blend. Okay, so I'm going to do the first pour in. It up. So I'm just going to do a few more of these soaps, these gradient soaps, and then they'll be going up for sale. So I've got, this will be the 6th one. And I've got some cocoa I'm going to use, some titanium dioxide, and a couple of others, so we'll see. The only problem with it is it's so noisy. Oops. Okay, that bottom layer is a bit thin, so just be careful not to. That's it, all right now. New gloves. Last pair got a hole in one of them, so I had to get some new rubber gloves. I don't have to get 3 gloves in this place. I buy like the little thin ones, like the doctor's gloves, and then I buy the proper rubber gloves as well. Just for soap making, because the thin ones, it goes through really fast. So. Getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So after these gradient soaps, I'm going to be working next on my summer stock. Try and get summer out by sort of the end of May. It's when it starts to get warm here in the UK, so I sort of bring out my stuff to coincide with what the weather's doing in our country. But spring has been a long time coming this year, as it has everywhere else in the world. I think everybody's sort of real suffered a lot in waiting for the warmer weather to come. Ours just starting now. Like last week we went out last Sunday, so Matt could skateboard again like last week, and it actually snowed. We went out and it seemed okay, and then we got there and within sort of, I don't know, half an hour I was so cold that I had to go back into the van and sit down and just get out of the cold. And then they were still skateboarding out there, and then it just started to snow. So I just thought, this is just not good, this isn't good. But then this week it was a lot warmer, still cold but a lot warmer than it was. It was like, you know, ridiculous, and it got right into me last week, so I ended up getting a cold midweek, and so I've been feeling really groggy, and I've still got it now. It's like I just feel all blocked up and a bit nasal. It's just horrible waiting for summer to come and it's this long, but it's sort of making everybody think that we're going to get a good summer, so we can live in hope. I like to be outside a lot in the summer, but last year just sucked. We had the Olympics here, so that was kind of good. We had something to watch on the television because we just couldn't go out. It just kept raining. So I really hope this year is a good one, because I just like to be outside all the time. I hate being cooped up inside. You know, I don't mind it for a bit in the winter, but if it carries on like that, it's enough to drive you insane. You start getting cabin fever. This is nice, this colour, because it's got kind of little flecks in it from the clay. It's not a really, it's a super fine clay, but it's got little tiny sort of flecks of darker colour in there. I love clay and soap. I really, really like the way it feels. So this should be nice on the skin. Now, where are being my chopstick? There. There we go. Just going to give it a little tidy up here. So a lot of people are doing this tiger stripe challenge that Amy from Great Cakes has set up. I really wanted to do some of those challenges, but I just haven't had the time. Not with doing everything here by myself, so it's tricky, you know. But I'd really like to have had a go. But maybe if I get some time, I can do a little batch, maybe. But I can't enter any challenges, which is a shame. I've got so many other bloody things to think about that I just, you know, kind of miss out on the good stuff. This won't really need anything doing to it, just a little textured top, because it's an all natural soap. Again, I like it to sort of stay, you know, stay that way really. Excuse me, snorkeling away there. I might just put on some caraway seeds on the top there, just for a little bit of decoration on one side only. And I need to blow my nose. It feels grim. Okay, right, so that's that. Green olive clay, well, olive green clay gradient soap. So I'll show the cut of that one in a little while. It'll be a few hours for that to set up. So I'll just bring you around. Where are we? I've got the camera around the wrong way today. There you go. Kind of. Okay, see you for the cut.